Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. 60-year-old South Carolina resident Alan Culbertson traveled to D.C. He attended Donald Trump's rally with his friends and fellow January 6 convicts, William and Joey Gallman, I think is how you pronounce her name. It's Joei. Culbertson and his friends headed to the Capitol following Trump's speech. They admit that they saw other people assaulting officers on the Capitol grounds. They admit seeing tear gas being deployed. You know, it should have been abundantly clear to them that they weren't welcome. But 7 minutes after the initial breach of the building, Culbertson and his friends were seen on surveillance video illegally entering the Capitol. So Culbertson made his way throughout the building. He witnessed more violence against the police inside, and he followed the mob to the Capitol crypt and then up to the third level of the building. So Culbertson took photos and videos along the way, and then he ended up in the Capitol Rotunda with his friends. And eventually, a large group of officers entered the area. They formed a big line, and they started to physically push people out of that room and toward an exit. Now, Culbertson and his friends were among the last to leave the room, and they were shoved from behind by an officer in his baton. At that point, he and his friends finally exited the Capitol. They were inside for about 35 minutes. Culbertson was interviewed twice by the FBI after January 6th, and they say that he expressed very little remorse. He believed he had every right to stand up for Trump, and Culbertson said that January 6th, quote, felt like a setup. Guess you fell for it, huh? And then Culbertson actually blamed the police for allowing him into the building. I mean, damn those police for allowing me to rob a bank. If they didn't want me to have that money, why didn't their alarm, their tear gas, and barricades stop me? These people. Culbertson did, however, admit that he shouldn't have entered. He told the FBI that he should have run when he saw the mob getting aggressive. So Culbertson was arrested in October of 2022, and he was charged with entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol. In July of 2023, Culbertson pleaded guilty to the parading charge, and he was facing up to 6 months in prison, 5 years of probation, and $5,000 in fines. However, the government requested a sentence of only 30 days of home detention, 3 years of probation, 50 hours of community service, and $500 in restitution. And Culbertson has a spotty criminal history that shows, at best, poor judgment. In 1991, he was convicted of driving under the influence. For that crime, he was issued a fine. In 2007, he was fined again for reckless driving. And then in September of 2022, Culbertson got into an accident on his motorcycle, and he suffered serious injuries to his spine, neck, face, and elbow. You might think, well, that's not a crime. You know, why blame him? Well, Culbertson's daughter told the authorities he was driving while intoxicated again. He wasn't charged with a crime, though, presumably because he only injured himself that time. But this guy clearly doesn't think rules apply to him. So one of Culbertson's friends wrote a letter to the judge in this case and said, quote, I believe he got caught up in the hoopla of the Trump movement and made a serious mistake. And Culbertson's attorney told the court that Culbertson, quote, has no desire to be involved in any type of political activity. So U.S. District Judge Amy Berman Jackson presided over this case, and I couldn't locate any details, at least publicly revealed, about what was said at the sentencing hearing. But when all was said and done, Culbertson was sentenced to only 18 months of probation and $500 in restitution. I am pretty shocked by this. Judge Berman Jackson is typically much tougher on things like this, and Culbertson's friends received a greater sentence. So they did the same thing. They did identical activity at the Capitol, and they got the same ridiculous 18 months of probation, but they were at least fined $1,000 and they were ordered to serve 50 hours of community service. I don't know if she took pity on him due to his injuries, but that was his own damn fault. Just like the Capitol attack, right? You go driving your motorcycle drunk and you get yourself all banged up. That's on you. So I don't know what she was thinking. Not a good outcome. Very shocked by this judge. So I will let you all know when I hear more, if I hear more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like this video, share it, become a subscriber if you have not. A lot of you watching are not subscribed. You guys are just like out there voyeurs, watching, being creepy, being sus. Anyway, thank you all. If you can donate, truly appreciate it. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.